pond transformed into a swan lake. To bring solace this November, as the weather is turning cold, to keep us motivated for our morning walks, a family of 6 beautiful swans was here. For 5 days, our nearby Monon Center pond was transformed into a swan lake. 2 beautiful snow-white swans with their family of 4 cygnets called juvenile swans landed in a nearby pond and transformed it into a swan lake. Swans are the largest members of the duck and geese family. Remember the story of Ugly Duckling? Cygnets or baby swans are born with dusky gray or brown feathers, not white. It's true. Being from the duck family, baby swan must undergo transformation journey of self-love and healing and self-realization to grow up to become a beautiful swan. Baby swan feathers turn white around a year. Their beak will also get orange color later as they mature. Cygnets become fully mature around 3 years to become beautiful, elegant, and majestic swans. Normal lifespan of swans is about 20 years. Watching the swans was a mesmerizingly beautiful and serene experience. This is the first time we saw swans here. Usually we see lot of ducks, geese, great blue heron, and white egret. These 5 days since 2nd November 2025, despite the cold and chilly windy weather, we are going morning and evening to watch the swans. They are migratory swans and we don't know how long they will stay here. They are wild but are used to human beings and are not scared of the human beings. All around the pond there are trails for walking, jogging and biking. Sometimes swans would sit in the middle of the pond further away from the trails, but sometimes they came very close. Sometimes the whole family would swim gracefully in a line across the pond from under bridge and go to the other side of the pond. Sometimes they will fly from one end of the pond to the other, one after the other. To catch a better view of the swans, we would keep following them from one side of the swan lake to other to get a better view. It is not easy to get a good look and a photo with their long necks out. They would turn upside down for a long time and eat weeds and small insects and fish. They are herbivores. They eat small aquatic plants and animals, bending their long, elegant neck. Most of the time, they would spend either eating or pruning their feathers. To prune, they would curl up their body and stay that way for a long time. From a distance, they look like a pile of fur. Swans stand out because of their grandeur, elegance, and beauty. But as swans are from duck and geese family, their behavior is quite similar. Swans prune to maintain their feathers. Sometimes they will sit for 2 hours or even more in the middle of the pond pruning. Swans prune for cleanliness, for waterproofing, and strength, which is essential for survival. It is an elaborate process of cleaning dirt and parasites, oiling the feathers with the secretion from the gland near the tail, and aligning the barbs to keep them in top shape for flight and for insulation. They use their long, elegant neck to reach all parts and to maintain a very clean and beautiful appearance. Swans know the importance of self care as they take time to make themselves beautiful, strong, and fit. Self care is about nurturing all parts of our lives for physical, emotional, and spiritual well being. Preening also plays a significant role in social bonding in swans and can be a way to signal acceptance to other swans. A well groomed look is always easy on eyes to give a great first impression. So, either for eating or pruning, swans are underwater for most of the time. At the end of the preening ritual, they would stand tall for a few times and spread their feathers to align them perfectly to prepare for a magnificent flight. Anybody who passed by would at least stop for a few minutes to look at the swans and take some photos and say, "Aren't they beautiful?" Since the arrival of swans, we saw many photographers with their professional long telephoto camera walking around the Swan Lake. I have renamed the pond as Swan Lake. I enjoyed watching the swans for hours. It was mesmerizing and magical experience, and it was also full moon in November. Its largest and brightest golden moon. Full moon in November is called beaver moon, as beaver prepares for the winter. It signifies preparing for what's ahead and smoothly transitioning into a new phase by securing resources and strengthening relationships. Watching evening sunset and moonrise over the Swan Lake with magnificent swans was very serene, calming, and beautiful experience. At pre-dawn, before sunrise, we got a nice view of the full moon. We went early in cold as we did not want to miss the rising sun with the swan's view. Swans are also strong flyers, with some species reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. See how the juvenile swans are preparing and practicing to fly. Swans are known for forming strong pair bonds, often mating for life. They perform an elaborate courtship dance to cement their bond. Swans bend their necks and heads to create a heart shape, which is a classic display of affection and a key part of their courtship rituals. I was lucky to capture their synchronized dance as the pair came very near me and put up a show specially for me, as if they wanted to reward me for admiring them. I thanked them for the beautiful experience. Swans show affection through physical and social behaviors, including synchronized swimming, preening each other's feathers, and forming their necks into a heart shape. They also display devotion through actions like building nests together, defending their territory as a pair, and often remaining monogamous for life. They mate for life. Swans typically breed during the spring or summer. They build their nests on the water edge together, and cygnets typically stay with their parents for several months. To display happiness, they puff up their upper neck. Swan necks get puffed up with happy emotions. The male swan cob is usually larger, heavier, and have larger base of the bill knob, brighter bill color, and have thicker neck compared to the female swan pen. Swans are very intelligent and can remember people who have been kind or unkind to them. Swans have wisdom to distinguish good from bad. They display inner excellence, are aware of their inner beauty, and live with harmony and grace with the family. Swan is the chosen vehicle of the goddess Saraswati, the goddess of intelligence, knowledge, and wisdom. There is a saying, be like a swan. There is a lot to learn from these graceful waterfowls. Be loyal, be responsible, care and protect your family. Work hard but stay serene, graceful, beautiful, and composed. Invest time in self care to maintain beautiful, groomed, and healthy appearance. Beauty is not only skin deep. To reveal inner beauty, all rounded self care is a divine responsibility. Even though swans stay in water, they don't let water make them wet. They are showing us how to live fully, enjoy life, love deeply, work hard, be responsible, be strong to protect your family and care for them, but at the same time, stay detached. Get drenched in the water of life, but don't let the water make you wet. When you see a beautiful, powerful, majestic swan gliding elegantly and smoothly, remember they are paddling with their webbed black feet frantically underneath the water. You can see how caring, loving, and responsible swans are for their family. They are always together and stay nearby with the cygnets. Father swan is leading, then the cygnets go one by one, and in the end, Mother swan makes sure that the smallest cygnet has flown before she flies and joins the group. The cygnets have strong family bonds with their parents and stay in touch and meet them in their wintering grounds, from whom they have learned important life skills. A poem by Mrunalini Samudra. Swan, oh swan, fly with freedom, fly with grace, fly with harmony with your life mate and the family you help raise. Swim in harmony, swim in synchrony, swim with confidence and strength you display. Pure and white is your plumage, with a long, elegant neck of pride. Lofty are your values of self respect and self care. To balance hard work and responsibility with serenity to glide peacefully through life.